welcome back. A little bit of a furphy there in that last video. What we're going to be doing today and marking off our list is that turbo oil feed line. I think that it was fairly cheap, and we're going to be doing it ourselves. It's a pretty easy sort of process, so we're going to knock that in the head and get that sorted today. So we've got all laid out, ready to go. Got this from Intune Motorsport down there in Sydney. They've sent us out their little kit, and yeah, I ordered it and I had it the next day. An absolutely really quick turnaround, and had a good talk to John on the phone. Just amazing. So we've got this little braided kit there to put on, the two banjo fittings to the turbo and to the block. So what we've got to do straight up, start getting ready. Sorry for the shakiness there. We've got to get the intake and everything off there, so we've got access. There's a tight little bloody spot down in there. See if I can't bloody, there he is, hiding in there. So where that's connected down in there, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll be able to see it. If not, then probably not. But that little connection just there. So we've got to get this hard line taken off and get that out. So this bad boy, pull it out so we can get access straight in here, unplug the sensor. Then we've got two nuts. So I think the first one is a 21mm to remove that thing, get the little filter out, pull the block out, get the standard factory filter out of there, and make sure it's all nice and clean. Put that back in, because this line will now come up and around here, and just here is where we're going to have our filter, which is readily accessible to maintain, and it's not going to be stuck down there in the block where trouble can start. We're going to have to take these intake pipes off here and potentially move this guy out of the road, but I think we should be able to get down on top of the turbo there. Yep, see, can't see crap. So all that's got to come out, and yeah, we'll get this new oil line on and she'll be apples. So let's get into it. All right, a bit of a progress. We're about halfway through. We've got everything all pulled out there. We've got that plug pulled out down there. We've just got this line sitting in at the moment. We've got that plumbed into the turbo over this side. So they just do a little, so we get rid of the banjo fitting off here, and they just do a little screw-in type adapter down here, and then just straight into that. Just give us this little silicone thing, just to, there's obviously a gap here in the heat shield, so just a bit of extra protection for the oil line there. And then yeah, come through, and we've got our little Intune filter there. But yeah, so we'll come over here. There's our old one down there. We did break the little clip off the, that's the turbo one too. So we broke that guy. But anyway, we've zipped down to our old Auto Barn F, and we've got ourselves a new one of those, because we did have to get a 24mm deep socket to get this little sucker off. So we had to get a 24 deep to get in there and get that. So the little filter just sits inside this unit here. It's a little basket type thing with a circlip on the top. Just squeeze the circlip, pull it straight out. We don't have a circlip tool, so we went for the dart approach. So we tried the old dart approach and just poking through the little holes and squishing it together, but that didn't work, so I just fucking went to town on it and then just crammed it and ripped it out. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a little metal basket type filter that sits inside this guy, and now we'll just put all that back together. So that obviously goes in the block, and then this guy will plumb back into there. We'll have to put our banjo fitting back on there. So obviously this guy with a couple of washers, feed that through. one washer on either side that'll go through there, and the other piece will screw onto the back of that. And then it's test time. We take the plug off the turbo, crank her over quickly and straight back off, make sure we got oil coming through to the turbo. Fucking happy days. Alright, there you have it, all done and sorted. We've got it in, tested, no leaks, happy days. And we did happen to break another one of these bloody brackets, so off the intake there, so another trip down to Autobarn, get ourselves another one of those. But apart from that, happy days. Now we did fix up the little issue here, and using said broken clip, we just bent those around and used that instead of some dodgy little zippy ties that are probably going to melt under that heat. So just use those just for temporarily until we get that little clip to go on the front there to hold that all together. And happy days. So next up, we've got February 6th, we've got the car going in for a week to get a full paint correction, and then we've got ceramic coating, get her all Mickey Mouse. So that's us done, waiting for the next stage. Like and subscribe, and let's go.